Hello guys, let's begin today to define the new lesson, which is antiderivative. Here, by solving this warming up, find the derivative of the following function. We find what is the derivative here, y prime equal what? 2x. The second one, derivative 2x. Derivative equal what? 2x. Here y is also constant. As you see, for only one differential equation, okay, we have many equations. Their derivative 2x. Their derivative is what? 2x. Please here, I'd like to talk about antiderivative. Anti, it means inverse of derivative. It means find the original function whose derivative 2x. As you see, for example, that is derivative. Antiderivative means the opposite of operation of derivative. It means here the original function is what? X squared x. I have several or many solutions for only one. What we name like this one, differential equation. We name differential equation. Any equation, it has y prime dy by dx or f prime x. We name any function which contain like this term, only one term of it name differential equation. Okay, let's define here the definition of antiderivative. A function capital F is antiderivative of a function small f on an interval if the derivative of this antiderivative give you the given function. Okay, in this case we name it antiderivative. Here we name capital F is the antiderivative of a function small f because the derivative of the antiderivative give me the given function. Okay, here as you see I have several function, okay, they are antiderivative. What is the whose derivative give me the given function? That is given function fx equal 3x to power 2. That is a given function I will give to you, and I ask you to find the antiderivative. Someone will tell me, Miss, x to power 3, because the derivative of x to power 3 give me what? 3x to power 2. This is one of the antiderivative. Here another one, someone tell me, Miss, I have another antiderivative for this given function. This function x to power 3 minus 5, its derivative 3x to power 2. What is the difference between any of these antiderivative of the given function? What is the meaning antiderivative? Each one of this function, okay, of these functions, sorry, is 3x to power 2. The constant here add different constant. It has a different constant, okay? That is why we name it general solution. Let's define here the representation of antiderivatives. All of the here at the beginning of the lesson, I have to define some vocabulary. Antiderivative. Representation of antiderivatives. Here plural. Anti what? Derivatives. It is not only one derivative. If f is antiderivative of capital F is antiderivative of function small f on interval. Let g, which I name it what? General solution of antiderivative, or the general. Let g is antiderivative of f on this interval. How we get any antiderivative? Okay, by taking the first antiderivative fx plus c for all x in the interval. Just change the constant, as I showed you in the examples above. Here, solving differential equation. What I told you about the differential equation, we mean by differential equation the equation which contain term dy by dx, or y prime, or f what? Prime x. This case, he asked me to find general solution. I told you I have an infinite solution for any differential equation. By another way, I have an infinite function whose derivative 2. Whose derivative what? 2. Here, means I have to find the antiderivative of both sides. What is the antiderivative of the y prime? What is the function whose derivative y prime? Y. What is the derivative of the function whose, I'll take the antiderivative of both sides. 2, I know, most of you know, 2x, such that 2x, its derivative 2. Okay? Since you ask me about general solution, I have to add c by maybe 2x plus 1, 2x minus 5, 2x plus 3. By anyway, as I change the constant, I will get differential, solution for this differential what? Equation. I hope you understand. So easy. Antiderivative, it means find the original function whose derivative is the given function. Look here, for any definition, I have a notation to identify it or refer to it. What is the notation? Refer to the integration or the to the antiderivative. Means the inverse of derivative. To solve any rational equation, differential equation in the form. This is called differential equation because it has in one side dy by dx. Look here, in this case, I multiply both sides by dx. It will be here dy, here dx. Means I'd like to find y, the original function. How to get y? Integrate both sides or find the antiderivative of this one. How to get the antiderivative? By using what? Integration. The antiderivative, it means to find the solution of differential equation, I use anti-differentiation operation. I have to use operation. What is the operation? I use it to find the antiderivative, anti-differentiation. Or indefinite integration, the same. That is the operation. I use it to find the antiderivative. What is the meaning? The original function whose derivative is the given function. In this case, what is the symbol I'll use? Here, focus. Take the integration in both sides. Take the integration for what? Both sides. What is the integration here? This is the symbol of integration, like this one. Like extension for what? Letter S. Here, that is called integration. It's called what? Integration. Or integral, this is, integral symbol. Integral symbol. I use it in the notation of integration. Look here. To find the integration of dy, it means what is the original? What is the function whose derivative dy? Y. Okay? The integration, the symbol, this symbol, I use it to refer the anti-differentiation or indefinite integration. I'll tell you later why we name it indefinite, not finite. Okay? We name it this one, the integration of the given function fx with respect to x. The function which we do the integration on it, integrand function. This variable is called variable of integration. Okay, what is the result? The result here, we don't have any integral symbol. Antiderivative plus constancy. This is called the antiderivative. The integration of any function give you what? The antiderivative. I use anti-differentiation or indefinite integration, this one, to find what? The antiderivative. The result of indefinite integration is what? The antiderivative plus constancy. Miss, up to now I don't understand well. Look here. I know the integration is the inverse of differentiation. Differentiation is the inverse of integration. This means integration of the derivative of antiderivative cancel each other. It will give you what? The antiderivative, this function. The derivative of integration, this one cancel each other, so give you what? Because the composition of any function at its inverse give you what? The original one, like here. Okay? Understand? No. I hope you understand, because the integration cancel differentiation, differentiation cancel the integration. Here derivative cancel what? Integration, so give you the original one. Here the integration cancel the derivative, give you the original one. Okay? Now, here you have to study this rule. Without rule, that is the key to understand this lesson. Without the basic rule of differentiation or integration, you will never understand this lesson. Here, as I know, the derivative of constant equals 0. The derivative, that is the derivative of constant equals. What is the integration of 0? Give you constant, the integration. It means the antiderivative. The function, here that was the antiderivative, the function whose derivative 0 is constant. The function, the integration of constant dx with respect to x, it means this function multiply x plus c, such that what is the function whose derivative give me constant kx? The integration of a number, to find the antiderivative of a number multiply function, it will be the number multiply the integration of this function. The integration of sum or difference function, integration of the first plus or minus the integration of the second, as I did before in the derivative. That is the most important rule. I use it when we integrate polynomial function, which is called power rule. Look here, that is the inverse of power rule in differentiation, the inverse. Here, how to find the derivative of x to power n? I multiply by the power, then minus the 1 from the exponent. Here, I multiply the power, then minus 1 from the exponent. But in the integration, I'll do the inverse. That is here, multiply then minus. No, in integration, add 1 to the power, then divide by the new exponent. Miss, I don't understand. But this rule, I apply it only if n not equal -1. Impossible. I'll show you. Look here. The integration of x to power 6, just apply the rule. With respect to x, how to integrate? It means find the function whose derivative x to power 6. Whose derivative? How to get it? By applying this one, because that is power. I will write x, add the power 1, it will be 6 plus 1 over their 7. It will be what? X to power 7 over what? 7 plus c. Don't forget plus what? C, because that is a general solution. General solution, I have to add to the antiderivative plus c. I hope you understand, but I'll show you another one. Look here. Look again. I'll give you another example. What is the integration? X to power -4 with respect to x. Miss, what is the rule? State, add power 1, x to -4 plus 1 plus 1, it will be -3. Then divide by the new exponent, okay, plus constant. That is the result. Add, then divide. How to find the integration of trigonometric function? Here, what the integration here cosine, what is the function whose derivative sine? Whose derivative, sorry, what is the function whose derivative cosine, which is sine? Here, what is the function? The integration, it means what is the integration of cosine is what? Sine x. Okay? Here, the integration of sine x, what is the integration of, what is the function whose integration cosine? The function whose integration cosine. Here, the integration of the function whose, the integration of sine x, it means what is the function whose derivative sine x. But here, you have to focus. I know integration of sine cosine, but the function, the result of the integration, if it has okay, the result of the integration, if it has it has a negative sign. But here the derivative of a function which has the result is what? Negative. Understand or no? Here, if the derivative of the function has the result will be negative. But here, if the result has it's what? Sign negative. Here, secant, what is the function whose derivative? Secant squared tan x plus c. Since here the result has no co, we don't have negative sign. We don't have negative. I gave you a way to remind you how to know the result will be negative or positive. Here, the integration of cosec x cotan x. What is the function whose derivative sec x cotan x? Cosec x. But it has co, so I have a negative in result plus c. Understand? Look here. When we find the integration, look, integration of 1 over x dx it means x to power negative 1 to be in the power form. How to apply this rule? It will be x. Add 1, it will be 0. To power what? 0. Divide by 0 undefined. That is why we can't apply the power rule of integration when the power equal negative 1. Impossible. It will be undefined. That is why the scientists find another rule. The integration means how the anti-differentiation, the opposite of differentiation. 1 over x. What is the function? Whose derivative 1 over x dx. Okay, with respect to x. In this case, it will be ln absolute x. That is the rule you have to study it well. Okay? Impossible to apply the power rule of integration when x it's a power negative 1 because the result will be undefined. That is why the scientists find this rule. Find what? This rule to integrate 1 over x or x to power negative 1. Here, how to integrate this one? I just apply the rule. Add the power 1, then divide by the new power. Add 1 to the power, then divide by the new power. Okay, that is the rule. Integration x to power n with respect to x. I have to integration x to power n with respect to x. You have to know how to read. It will be x and add 1 to the exponent, then divide by the new exponent plus c. Okay? Here, I rewrite the function, number multiply function. It will be the number multiply the integration of function. That is the power 1. Unseen power is 1. Just add 1. It will be 2. Then divide by the new power. Okay, exponent plus c. Then simplify, I write it as what? 3 over 2x to power 2 plus c. I hope you understand well. Look here. I'll help you to solve this one. And don't forget to solve the others. Wait just 1 minute. Oh my God, no. Wait. No. Look here. I rewrite. Rewrite does not mean the integration. Rewrite does not mean the integration. Rewrite, it means I prepare the function to be in the power form and apply the power rule. Here, this one, as I told you before when we find the derivative, here it will goes out to be in numerator with the opposite sign of the exponent, negative to power dx. That is the rewriting, which does not mean the integration. How to integrate? Means add 1, then divide by here x to power. Add here 1, look, add plus 1, it will be negative 3, it will be negative 2. Okay, divide the new exponent, which is what? Negative 2 plus c, don't forget c. How to simplify? Don't keep the result with negative power. It will be here, 1 over negative 2. Just move this term from numerator to denominator with the opposite sign of the power, which is power 2. Plus c. That's all. I hope you understand. Okay. I think you understand now because we rewrite the function. We always rewrite the function when we find the derivative. Okay. Here, it will be x to power half dx. Rewriting does not mean the derivative. How to find the derivative? Here, Miss Luke, plus 1. It will be x to power what? 1 plus half, it will be 3 over 2. Over 3 over the new power, plus c. But Miss here, 2 To simplify, divide any fraction. It means multiply its reciprocal. 2 over 3. X to power, I keep it in numerator or denominator. Since it is positive, I keep it in numerator. Plus C. I hope you understand. I write the term in numerator or denominator or change its place from numerator to denominator or denominator to numerator if we have a negative power, because the result must be in positive power. Rewriting the function does not mean the derivative. Look here, let's solve the next question. Here, how to rewrite part C? Part what? C. Miss, I solve. Here it means 2 multiply sine x. Clear? dx with respect to x. Miss, here it will be 2. What is the integration? What is the function whose derivative? Sine, which is what? Negative sine, cosine. That's right. But cosine is the derivative what? Sine. But since we have the result has okay, it will have a negative. When the result of the integration has its result negative, okay, plus C. Just to rewrite, it will be negative 2 cosine x plus C. If the result of the integration has the part cosine, cosecant, understand? Cosine, cosecant. In this case, we will write negative sign. I hope you understand. Here, for the last one, part D. Look here. I rewrite it will be 3 integrate 1 over x dx. That is the rewriting. Missing how to integrate 1 over x, I know. Len absolute x plus c. Rewriting it will be 3 len absolute x plus 3. I think it's so easy. Just prepare the function to be ready for integration. If the result of that trigonometric function had the part q, so we have to write negative sign. Understand? Don't don't confuse between the integration and differentiation. That is why I ask you to study well the basic rule of differentiation. Just apply the rule. Here, for example, 1, here 1 dx. 1 what? dx. I write 1. What is the integration of constant if you studied well? What is the function whose derivative 1? It will be x. Such as what? The derivative of x1 plus c. By the rule, the integration of any constant, it will be the constant multiply x plus the constant of integration. Okay? Here, I find the integration of the first term and the integration of second term. The first one, just here to power 1, add 1, it will be 2 over 2. The derivative of the integration of any constant, it will be 2x plus constant of integration. This is called indefinite integration. Why? Because we have infinite solution. This one, it means what is the function whose derivative is this polynomial? Just apply the power rule. Here, 3 multiply the derivative x to power 4, x to power 5. Add 1, then divide by the new one. Minus 5, the number multiply x, add the exponent 1, 3 over to power 3. Plus x squared over 2 plus constant of integration. I think you understand well. Please, without the basic rule of integration, which is the inverse of the differentiation, you never understand any problem. Study well this lesson because it will be included in the final exam. Thank you for joining the session. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.